Welcome everyone in. It's a PGR Thursday night special. Sorry for the delay in bringing you this broadcast here tonight, as I had a lot to do with getting this race put on tonight. There is going to be 3 short races. It's the first time in PGR history, 3 20-lap races here tonight. Each race will have 3 payout positions. So race 1, race 2, and race 3 will all pay out the top 3. Then there will also be payouts for first, second, and third in the overall. And that will go by average finish. So if you paid for all 3 races tonight, and you are the highest average finisher amongst those 3 races, you will hit the jackpot here tonight. They'll also pay second and third in the overall as well, but you must compete in all 3 races. So a little bit different nuance here tonight. Sorry, I wanted to get this thing started a little bit earlier and get that information out to everybody. Just couldn't do that. Was taking a bunch of payments and sorting everything out. A little bit more confusing race here tonight. We'll get more on that here in just a little bit, as we have a leader in the 33, Thomas Bennett out of Windham, Maine, right there, as we are 3 wide, and there is no fast repairs here tonight. 18 laps to go. It's a short one, and I'll promise you these guys all going to want to get to the front quick. So the first race at Daytona here in the trucks. We'll then head over to Talladega in the Xfinity Series, and that'll follow this race. We will take a brief break in between, maybe get some interviews here tonight, and then race number 3, that's the interesting one. It's going to be a wheel spin for the car type and the track. So it'll be Daytona or Talladega, but it could be any of the cars outside of the Xfinity and outside of the truck. So Next Gen will be on there, the Gen 6 will be on there, and a couple other ones. And we'll see where that shapes out for race number 3. So these guys racing for quite a bit here tonight. Top 3 spots, and if you don't get that, you definitely want to have a good finish in this race. And a guy wasting no time, that's Kenny McCullough. They're in the middle lane, second in the middle lane. And, you used to see him go into the back to start these races, but this isn't the type of race where you want to start in the back, hang in the back. You want to get to the front, and you want to get to the front in a hurry. Malik Ray has, looks like he is blinking out just a second. I think he's going to reappear here. Kyler Wynn, actually, he's nearly getting turned by Nash Brambilla. I believe Malik Ray still blinking out in the number 14. Back on the screen now. We stay 3 wide here at Daytona. I mean, these guys, it's a sprint. These are sprint races. Is the Ethan Eckert in the 12 on the top. Matthew Baker, welcome back. Part owner here at PGR. And usually he's race control on Thursday nights. Obviously, just getting back from deployment. And Matthew Baker in the number 5, Coasting Thunder Chevrolet, has made his PGR Thursday night. And we might have a wreck here. Matthew Baker might be involved. Caution is going to fly for the first time tonight. Chaos out back here. Tim White's involved, as is Nash Brambilla. Matthew Patton has to avoid it, as does Cody Niegels. It looks like James Waring has a lot of damage. James Waring. Matthew Patton, he's got right front damage. He is in his pit stall already. Jeff Merck involved. Josh McCullough involved. He is into the wall again. And the big one strikes here, as caution out for the first time here tonight. And we'll bring you back here. I think it's going to start here on the bottom. We're going to go here in slow motion. Nash Brambilla kind of loses it all to himself there, right in front of Daniel Eberhardt. And that's not like Nash. I wonder what happened there. He's going to snap loose here. Gets on the apron with his left front tires. Yeah, that's what's going to do it to him. He gets on the apron again, shoots up the racetrack. Eberhardt's going to try to get on the brakes here, but he's got a rearview mirror full of Jackson Buys and Adam Kilday. That's going to send D3 up the track to avoid it. Jackson Buys then can't slow down. He gets into Brambilla. They're stacking up on the top. Baker's up there. So is Josh McCullough. Here comes Kilday to split 4 wide. And Kilday right there is going to turn himself on. Buys. There goes Josh McCullough. Josh Giambroni involved. Matthew Patton in the 7. He's going to try to avoid it. Josh Giambroni. And chaos here early. Got some people in the chat. Hey, if you want to come out and race, these races tonight are only $10 a piece. $10 for race 1, $10 for race 2, and $10 for race 3. Now, if you missed race 1, you will not be eligible for the top 3 of the average finishers amongst all 3 races, but each race has the top 3 positions paying out here tonight. A good crowd here on a PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series Thursday night. As you see a couple cars to pit lane here. That's going to be tough to overcome on their night. Malik Ray is going to lead it. Kyler Wynn in second. Thomas Bennett third. Kenny McCullough in fourth. Joe Horta rounds out your current top 5.
Hey. Hello?
We're going to bring up race control. Evan Carlbon in the tower here. Tonight we'll have him periodically up here in the booth. And Evan, talk to us about that first caution here tonight. Looks like Nash Brambilla, Team PGR, gets a little loose there on the apron.
Yeah, it looks like Nash just got a little loose down there. He was trying to corral it. He's doing the best that he can, but Daytona is so narrow that everybody's just going to wash up trying to avoid him. And it's just a bunch of it's just a loaded gun, basically, at this track. But I did want to ask you, sorry that we have to ask on the broadcast, do the same penalties apply as a normal Thursday race, or since it's such a short race, will he just get an EOL?
Yeah, so Baker wants to keep it normal. I think the first 10 laps will be a drive-through, and the second 10 laps will be an EOL. So kind of still in place. So these guys got to definitely race clean here in the first 10 laps of these races. Actually, it's going to be unless it's inside 5 to go, then it's an EOL. So the first 15 laps will be a drive-through, and the last 5 laps will be a EOL. So you might want to relay that information to the boys tonight. Sorry, didn't get that text over to you here earlier. A lot going on, Evan. It's been a rough night for me. Not normally taking payments for 3 different races. We've have guys racing in all 3. We've got guys racing in just number 1 and number 2, or 1 and 2. So broadcast got off a little bit late tonight, but Evan, it's crazy to watch. These are sprints. We're not used to seeing that here.
No, it's nothing like your normal PGR race. Oh, someone was talking. I'm accustomed to a 60-lap, one and done kind of race. But now you know how it feels to be like our old friend Kenny McCullough taking in 3 payments or 3 race payments. So, yeah, but this one should be fun. Malik was blinking earlier. He was taking the lead. He was just leading the lines, but I gave him a warning since he was blinking horrendously up front. It seems to be the issue was his spouse was on the Wi-Fi, so he had to have her turn it off. But other than that, it's gonna be a good run to the finish.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, we'll let you go real quick here because I know it's hard to kind of do both. We'll try to get that situated here for race number 2 tonight. Good luck on the tower.
Yes, sir. Have fun.
That was Evan Carlbon. He is race control here tonight. I want to thank all the viewers for coming out watching us. Matthew Baker's mom in the chat, as is Mark Person. Nice to say hi to Lisa W. as well. Thomas Parker is in the chat. Good to see him. Ninth Gear Broadcasting. Those guys do a great job. Devin Ray, he's got those eyeballs looking as everyone's watching here on a Thursday night. Having a little bit of fun here on a limb. A couple days ago, Baker had the idea, and here we are running 3 races, all 20 laps. The session, we'll take a quick break in between each race here tonight. We'll try to bring the wheel spin live tonight for you as we go back green here at Daytona. Kyler Wynn, Malik Ray, teammates here on the front row. They have an earful here of Thomas Bennett, Kenny McCullough. Kenny McCullough's a guy I want to watch out for here tonight. He has came to play. And Garrett Maines, good to see him back out here on the track in the number 1 Wiggins Water Technology machine. He's been doing a lot of real-life racing out on the road courses with his road racing car. I believe it's a BMW. Garrett Maines driving the Toyota here tonight. Former Coke Series driver trying to make his way back to the Coke Series. And current Coke Series driver Daniel Falkingham, winner of last week's PGR race. D3, Daniel Eberhardt. He was a driver in the first ever PGR race back about 2.5 years ago. Good to see him out here on the track. Got Ethan Eckert. He's won multiple races this season as he looks to get another one here in PGR. Right now getting a shove from Freddie Bazinez in the number 2. Matthew Baker trying to make a comeback here. Got a little nose damage. Should be okay. Bazinez is going to slap the wall just a little bit here. And we stay 3 wide with just 11 laps to go. Like I said, kind of rushed into the broadcast here tonight. We'll make sure broadcast or the second race and third race, which it'll all be one feed here tonight. So don't go anywhere. We'll throw up that starting soon screen here in between races tonight. Breham in the chat cheering for John Darnell as John Darnell has joined us here as well. Darnell back here in a hornet's nest. In the 21st position, we'll go to his cockpit. And that'll give you guys a great look down the backstretch here at Daytona. Sun is setting. And the lights are coming on. He's right behind the Jack Shack's Trevin Ashronoff. Multi-time winner here in PGR. And he's going to have to be heavy on the brakes so he doesn't get into him. Cody Niegels into the wall. Caution out with 10 to go. And looks like Waring spinning in the back. So is Josh Cruz. And caution out here for the second time in this race. Remember, we're going racing right after this. And we'll head over to Talladega in the Xfinity car for another 20-lap sprint. 60 laps in total tonight, and that third one's going to be fun. That's going to be a wheel spin for track and car combo. Definitely look forward to that here tonight. And we'll go back here. Try to find out what happened. There's a lot of checking up in the front of the field. You won't see it in your screen. There goes Cruz to the outside of Brian Hennings. Yeah, he's going to lose it right there. You see him start to wiggle right in front of Tim White. Tim White going straight, has nowhere to go. And Cruz is going to try to keep it together here. I mean, there's not much Tim White can do. James Waring actually starts the spin. And there it goes. That's going to bring out the caution. Cruz into the wall. Waring into 595. Nearly gets lifted up and over, but not a big one, but it does bring out a caution here. And Malik Gray still your leader. Kenny McCullough Jr. is second. Kyler Wynn will start this restart on third. Daniel Falkingham fourth. And Garrett Maines in fifth. So, man, I'll talk about the GOATs. There's 5 GOATs right here at the top of this pack right now. Thomas Bennett and Ethan Eckert right here, right outside the top 5, as is Eberhardt, Bazinez, and Horta. And a strong field here tonight. Take you high above Daytona as the lights are coming on here and the sun is setting high above the Goodyear blimp. It's not quite 40 drivers for all 3 races, but a really good showing. Payouts will adjust a little bit, but for the most part, a really good showing here for this kind of special event, we can call it. We got a couple guys joining us for just one of the races and a few guys joining us for just two. So we'll see. Maybe they'll hang on and join us for the third one as well. Pace car light's still on, so we will not go green this time by. We'll go green with 6 laps to go. Remember, one green light checkered here, I believe, in all of these short races here tonight on PGR Thursday night. That's a great shot right there. Digger Cam coming to pit lane and see the sun setting over turn number 4. The Sunoco Racing Fuel sign and one of the most famous speedways in all of the world, Daytona International Speedway. Full house here tonight, on their feet, ready to see these trucks come back to life here next time by. And Malik Ray, he's got Kenny McCullough, who is hungry for another victory here in PGR. It's got to be on the minds of these drivers here in the front, though, is, hey, do I want a chance going for the win, or do I want a top 5, top 10? Give myself a chance tonight in that second and third race to get that average finish up, because that is what's going to be very interesting at the end of tonight. I mean, you could have 2 really good finishes and lose it all in the last lap in race number 3. Tyler Vickery back on track. And the 124 Full Sail University Chevrolet. Good to see him back out here. Ooh, yeah, look at that. He is crab walking around this track. Completely turned up to the top side of the track. He is completely damaged here for the remainder of this race. He's going to try to salvage some points if he can, but that truck is heavily damaged going down the backstretch here. There goes Cruz, who was involved in that last accident. We'll get some interviews here tonight in between the races, but we are going green here. It's going to be 6 laps to go. Pace car back to pit lane. As we get to the restart zone, we are off and running. 6 to go. Who is going to win the first race of tonight? Who's going to get that top 3? And more importantly, a top 5, top 10 finish to give yourself a chance at that average finish. Championships tonight, top 3 average finishers at the culmination of 3 races here tonight will also be awarded cash prizes. Malik goes to the top, opens up the door for Kyler Wynn, his teammate on the bottom. McCullough pulls up to the rear of Malik Ray. They are trying to wreck out back. They're going to hold it. Ethan Eckert now, he's getting in the fray here right behind Garrett Maines. Here's the 33, Thomas Bennett. He's been up front all night. Falkingham as well. We haven't had that many players up front here. We'll see if some of these guys can make it to the front. Cody Neagles has been quiet here tonight. But he is in striking distance. Oh, and we have a massive wreck. Massive wreck here in the front of the field. This changes literally everything. Eberhardt, Thomas Bennett involved. John Darnell. And we saw nearly a truck flipping. Chris Carter involved, Ethan Eckert, Kenny McCullough Jr. The big one strikes with 5 laps to go. And an unbelievable wreck here. And that'll put us to NASCAR overtime. And that's going to jumble the front of this field. Just like that. A massive wreck in the front. And we are going to ride right behind Daniel Falkingham here and see if he aided the 03 of Kenny McCullough. because somebody got turned up here in the front. They are 3. Oh, here we go. Kyler. Yep, Kyler's going to get hit by Maines up into McCullough. But here they're okay. And I'm not sure what happened here. We'll have to get a better look at it. We'll watch from the front here. Yeah, this one looks like Kenny's okay here, but it's possible he washes up a little bit. It's kind of offset from Falkingham. And chaos ensues. There goes Kenny McCullough into the wall. Hard hit. He is up and over, flipping on his side. Falkingham gets some air. Oh, Thomas Bennett as well. He is upside down. I mean, what a wreck here. He's going to flip over again. And again, Thomas Bennett goes for a ride here at Daytona. And we are going to watch this in real time from the cockpit of Bennett's machine. What a ride it was. For Thomas Bennett. And here it is. Watch this one. And man, what sounds you hear from the race truck here tonight. Thomas Bennett, man, able to drive away somehow. I mean, unbelievable. That is a great shot of that wreck here with Thomas Bennett. I mean, just crazy, crazy. It's hard to figure out what actually happened here. We're going to try to give this another good look. It's a little bit harder to do. I mean, there's where wind comes up the racetrack. I mean, Garrett offset pushes Kyler, who's pushing Malik. So it's one of those pusher the pushers. But I'm not sure that's what turned Kenny. It looks like it's possible that right here was Kyler wind comes up and he gets into Kenny. It offsets Kenny from Daniel, and at that point Daniel is swiping Kenny's back bumper, so I'm not quite sure that could be on Falkingham here. I'm wondering if Garrett Maines possibly aided in getting Kyler up the track. Let's look at that. To go back a little bit more. So Kyler's going up to push his teammate Malik Ray, who gets a little out of line. I mean, they're all just pushing, and it's usually that third guy in line that's pushing. I mean, Wynn's already touching the back bumper of Ray here. It's hard. Is Ethan Eckert on the one? It looks like he's off the one when the one gets into the 82. So we'll bring race control up here. I'm sure they're dealing with a lot right now. We'll try to figure this one out. But we will head to NASCAR overtime with Malik Ray still your leader. Matthew Baker, though, out of nowhere, the number 5. Well, Evan, that was, we looked at that a lot of times here up on the broadcast, and that was hard to decipher there. What'd you see there?
Sorry, Baker's trying to talk to me.
Carl Bond will be back. He's momentarily dealing with race activity. We will have him back up here.
I'm good.
Okay, yeah, we looked at back a bunch of different times. It's kind of a hard one to call there. What'd you call?
So I called a racing incident, and I called a racing incident only for the fact of I could not tell if Falkingham and McCullough were net-coded together, because Kyler and Garrett were net-coded together, and it shot Kyler up into Kenny, but I couldn't tell if Falkingham and McCullough were net-coded together, or if Kenny drove straight down into him. So I was going to ask Baker or a couple of the competition committee if they could review this and help me try to find like a middle ground on it. And then yeah, we got a couple ARCA breakers in the back at EOL. They're not too pleased with me, but I mean, I threw the caution as soon as I saw somebody flipping. So I don't know what it is, but we're gonna go finish this first race off, and let's see who remains victory.
Yeah, NASCAR overtime. Here we go. Pace car diving on pit lane. Racing incident called by race control. Kyler Wynn, Malik Ray in the restart zone. Matthew Baker, he's hungry. He wants to get back to victory lane here since he's been home. Here he comes, as is Danny Barnes into the top 5. Danny Barnes there in the 7, pushing Matthew Baker, who's pushing Malik Ray. We've seen the 5 and the 14. These two get into it before. Back in the spring in the ERA Omega Cup for $4,000. Coming off turn 4. How's it going to be here tonight? Just 2 laps to go. We'll take the white next time by. We stay 2 wide throughout the field. Caution should not be thrown here as we are in the point of no return. Kyler Wynn leads it here. Garrett Maines on his back bumper. Barnes is looking to cool. He's going to get out a little bit. They're wrecking out back. And, yep, they're going to wreck out back. Wreck on the racetrack will stay green. White flag is out. White flag here in race number 1 of the evening. Garrett Maines power moves all the way in front of Malik Ray. That puts Matthew Baker 3rd in line. Where's he going to go with Malik Ray? He's got to actually get out of the gas. Now Garrett Maines has to deal with 2 teammates. And this is going to get very interesting here, how this is all going to play out. Matthew Baker obviously probably doesn't want to push Malik Ray past Garrett Maines. But Brian Hennings, Larry McDonald in the 80 Ohio State Buckeyes, where did they come from? Hennings has a shot at this thing. Malik's going to try to come back here on the top. Not creating a great push right now. Wynn's going to go outside to his teammate. Kyler Wynn's going to get pushed by Malik Ray. They're wrecking out back. Kyler Wynn wins race number 1 tonight. Race winner, Kyler Wynn, the 82 out of Thunder Bay, Ontario. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
Wow, what a finish here tonight, man. That was an exciting sprint, man. We're not used to doing this here on Thursday nights. I'll tell you what, everyone came to race, so and everyone's been on that gas pedal since the drop of the green flag. But, hey, man, talk about that move there. Your teammate coming, man, you look like you overshot it just a little bit. And luckily, you were able to keep it together there, man. What a move there on Garrett Maines. Coming to the checkered flag. What'd you see there?
Yeah, definitely an overreaction. No, I wouldn't say overreaction, but I moved way more than I could have. But that was just a guarantee that I would get to Garrett's area, and he couldn't throw the block. Like, it's really hard to throw a block like that. If I moved just high enough to get to his right rear, he could have blocked it. So that's why, and I had Malik coming with a head of steam, and I knew he would push me. So just making sure I would get to his right ear there. And I think I won it from there. Yeah, it was really nice having Malik up there. I think he said out of turn 4 that he was with me. So he committed, and we got a 1 first and third for the team. And it feels good to win again in PGR. It's been a minute. Well, like 3 months or so.
Hey, here's the thing, man. You know, you're sitting now as the highest average finisher now through 1 race. I know we have a long way to go here tonight, but I mean that's got to be on your mind too. You know, you're sitting right now in a good spot, but you know it's a lot can change in 1 race. So we head over to Talladega in the Xfinity car, and you're going to try to look to get, I'm sure, a top 5, top 10, maybe even another win, and get yourself a chance tonight to go to be the champion here in a unique format. How does it feel about that?
I feel confident, but at the same time, if you get wrecked once, I think you're out.
Yeah.
I think the average finish is going to have like a 5 or something, whoever wins it,
Okay.
or even lower potentially. Like, I mean, look at the top 3 right now. Like Garrett's contended to win the other 2 races. Same with Malik, and I would say same for me. So it really depends on qualifying. I think I'm good. I'm pretty good at that, so I think we'll be fine.
Hey, man, unique format here tonight. You guys came to play. Looking forward to watch you guys the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Kyler Wynn, tonight's winner of race number 1 here at Daytona, snatches victory from the one of Garrett Maines, coming to the checkered flag with an assist from his teammate Malik Ray. Matthew Baker wrecked there, coming to the line. There was a wreck a little bit farther behind. Here it is. Keep an eye here on these guys right there behind the leaders. Barnes going to turn Baker. There goes Brambilla, who made a charge back to the front. Baker's going to go up and over Danny Barnes. The 48 is Stallneck, and a big wreck there to end race number 1. There comes the 25 after the checkered flag. So, hey, we are going to head over to race number 2 to Talladega in the Xfinity Series cars. So, hey, if you watched the broadcast here, this is definitely not it. We have 2 more races here tonight to show you guys. So please, 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 please do not go anywhere tonight. There is a lot of racing left. Here was the results from race number 1. Kyler Wynn, Garrett Maines, Malik Ray. That was your cash spot finishers. Brian Hennings, Larry McDonald, Matthew Baker, Danny Barnes, Nash Brambilla, Josh Giambroni, Jeff Merck. They're all sitting pretty good right now, as we are going also for an average point finish over the course of 3 races. So those guys still have a lot to race for here tonight. Sean Hilkowitz finishes in 11th, John Darnell in 12th, Tim White in 13th, Justin Johnson in 14th, Joey Mazowicz in 15th, Freddie Bazin has 16th, Sean Parrish in 17th, Cody Niegels, he's got to dig himself out of a little hole in 18th, as does Trevor Ashwinoff in 19th, and Dylan Jones in 20th. Asher Little finishes in 21st, Daniel Falkingham 22nd, James Waring 23rd, Ethan Eckert 24th, Mark Rogers finishes in 25th, Joe Horta 26th, Thomas Bennett 27th, Cody Rogers 28th, Josh McCullough 29th, Jackson Byes finishes in 30th, Chris Carter finishes in 31st, Tyler Vickery in 32nd, Adam Kilday 33rd, Josh Cruz 34th, Carson Freeman 35th, D3 Daniel Eberhardt 36th, Kenny McCullough Jr. 37th, Gordon Spain 38th, Matthew Patton 39th. Rounding out, Evan Carlbon, he joined as a driver, so he 39 cars tonight, so 39 to Matthew Patton. So we're going to head over to Talladega. Don't go anywhere. We'll put that starting soon screen back up, and when we come back, we'll be live at Talladega Superspeedway. back here live, and we are now at Talladega Superspeedway, and we are race number 2 of 3 here tonight. It'll be another 20-lap sprint. First race tonight won by Kyler Wynn. He's in the driver's seat right now for the overall champion of tonight's 3 races. Remember, that'll be go by average finish. No, had some mic audio issues, I believe, earlier tonight. Want to make sure those are cleaned up. Ninth Gear, if you're around, let me know. Drop a line here in the comments. Let me know if those are fixed just a little bit. I don't know why it was picking up so much noise. So we'll see if this is a little bit better. That should be better right there. We'll find out. You guys let me know. It's hard for me to hear the sound on here. I think my kids were playing with the mic here today because things did not look right when I got here into the rig. Qualifying looks like it's over here. We are gridding here for the second of 3 races. And another big field here. It's like 42 drivers. Sorry, 41 drivers here in this race. So 39 racers, I believe, in race 1, about 41 here. I mean, these are big fields here tonight. This is a lot of fun. Got some new guys here. John Ellis come to race here the next couple races, as has Kenny Reel. Dwayne Drummond here in this race. So it's cool to see some guys coming out here after race number 1 and joining the party here tonight. Having a little FOMO out there. Some of these guys and myself as well. Garrett Maines on the pole. Actually, Kyler Wynn was EOL, so that's the new rule here. You win a race, you start from the back. So Kyler Wynn will have to come from behind here in race number 2. So you win the race, but you go to the back to start number 2. So that brings up Garrett Maines, Jeff Merck here. You see Kyler Wynn, he was the pole sitter. We'll get the first pit stall, but it probably won't matter as Jeff Merck and Garrett Maines now make up row 1. Dylan Jones, John Ellis, Cody Niegels, Trevor Nashroff, Matthew Baker, Josh McCullough, Joe Horta, your top 10. Malik Ray, Freddie Bazinez, Kenny Reel, Daniel Eberhardt, Ethan Eckert, Asher Little, Kenny McCullough, Daniel Falkingham. Jackson Byes, 19th. 20th starting position will be Adam Kilday, John Darnell, 21st, Thomas Bennett. 22nd, Josh Giambroni. 23rd, Josh Cruz. 24th, Brock Westmoreland. 25th. See the rest of them there on your screen. We got limited time here tonight. Back-to-back-to-back races. So another big field here. As Garrett Maines, Jeff Merck bring them to the restart zone here in the tri-oval at Talladega. For another 20-lap sprint here in the Xfinity Series car. We are green from Talladega. caution out here to start to race number 2. Man, we saw a lot of drivers fanning out. Not sure if anyone wrecked. It looks like a big checkup. And could be a precautionary yellow flag. I don't see anything out on the racetrack. Doesn't look like anyone was turned, but there was a heck of a lot of drivers in a hornet's nest in the middle of the pack, fighting for position, and that'll bring out the first caution on the first lap of race number 2. John Ellis gets the first position here in the early going in his sim seats number 21. Ashronoff gets up the second. See Josh McCall in the 05. He needs some points here. He's going to have to get his way up, get that average finish down. Really looking forward to the wheel spin in between race number 2 and race number 3 tonight. It could be one of many different combinations. Hell, we could go to iRacing Superspeedway, and we have never done that in PGR. That's a possibility. A lot of possibilities on the line. It is going to be the wild card race of tonight's big show, a 3-race show here tonight. Top 3 in each race pay out, and the top 3 average finishers pay out at the end of all 3 races. So Josh Iambroni's joining us for the remaining 2 as well. So these guys got the itch tonight to all get in this event. Looks like Joey Mazowicz, he's paid for the second race as well as the Justin Johnson. So it looks like those guys going to be with us for the long haul here tonight. Pace car light's still on. Early going here at Talladega. Took a quick break here on the PGR eSports Network. Don't go anywhere. A lot of action here in the PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series tonight. And we'll be right back here live for the restart. Back under green flag conditions here at Talladega. Sorry for the delay here. John Ellis, your new leader. Here comes Garrett Maines and the one astronaut, Mercury top 5. Matthew Baker on the top. He's got a top 10 from race number 1, looking to up the ante here and try to get the victory lane. This is his car choice. B-Car Baker, they call him. King of RMR in this car. Get pushed by teammate Daniel Eberhard here on the top. 3 wide at Talladega. Man, this looks really good. These guys out here tonight. My favorite car combination and track combination right here. Xfinity Series car at Talladega. And here we go, 3 wide. Ellis to the bottom of the racetrack. Astronaut now. He's got clear sailing in front of him here in the middle. We are now 4 wide. Asher Little, I believe. He's going to be the one out there in the sun drop and all the way to the wall there. Josh McCullough gets a little loose there in the middle off the front bumper of Malik Gray. As Garrett Maines washes up just a little bit, that's going to force McCullough up the racetrack and stay 3 wide. Like we said, these 20-lap sprints, they're just that, a 20-lap sprint. There's no time for drivers to hang in the back, avoid wrecks like we normally have on a Thursday night. Baker clears to the middle, clears to the bottom if he wants it. He doesn't take it. That keeps Ellis down there. Now he goes to the bottom. Baker, now Eberhard here on top, leading the way in a massive pack. Riding on board in the trial with Josh G. Ambroni. And man, this is a Hornets nest. Kenny McCullough Jr. here on the bottom lane, right behind Kenny Reel. Gordon Spain in the middle out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, behind Adam Kilday. Cody Meagle's not to finish. He wanted in race number 1. Caution is out for the second time. And we have cars fanning. Oh, I'm not quite sure where it happened. It doesn't look like anything big again. But there was definitely something happening farther out in the back of the pack. There's a damaged car coming up on your screen right now. Dwayne Drummond out here tonight. I believe Chris Carter here. We're going to try to go all the way back to... There we go. Now we have something. 4 wide there. Waring puts the number 4. 3 wide. Oh, yeah, he's going to come right up in front of Carter. Not sure if he saw him. That one's for sure going to be on James Waring. He splits Freeman and Carter here. This is a great shot. Right past the start-finish line. Got plenty of room. He's going to get into Freeman here in the right rear. And for some reason, maybe he thinks he's clear to the top. Now, Carter was running up a little higher, but... yeah, he's going to try to fit in that hole. He's tunnel vision there to Tyler Vickery. He cuts the nose off Carter. That's going to stack him up. Kyler Wynn, he's got damage. Race number 1 winner. Heavy into the wall of the 22. Kyler Wynn. Wow, yep. Kyler Wynn. That's the thing. You win the race. You go to the back to start the next one. And in a 20-lap sprint, that's what can happen. And he is in danger now of giving up that average finish. As a new leader here, that's going to be Matthew Baker. John Ellis, Ashburnoff, Garrett Maines, Josh McCullough, your current top 5. In between races, we'll try to get the wheel spin here live for you on the broadcast. That'll be setting the car track combo for race number 3, the 3rd and final race of tonight's event. It's going to be a little bit of a late night here, but glad you all joining us to watch a lot of racing here. What's kind of cool about this, a lot of different, it's different combinations every race. So you start with the truck at Daytona, now you're at Talladega and the Xfinity, and you're going to get a whole new car for sure next race. No fast repairs here tonight, so That's a big thing here. I mean, these guys hard charging because that's all you can do here. You really want to qualify up front if you can. Well, we got a minute. We're going to try to get some driver interviews for the viewers out there. We're going to bring up the guy in second right now to Fort Mill, South Carolina. That's John Ellis in the number 21 SimSeat Chevrolet. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good, man. Hey, yeah, you know, we've see that John Ellis name there in that PGR all-time stats, but a lot of those stats came from in the, beginning year and a half, and took some time off, but definitely come back around here of late. Just haven't had, the luck. You got the skill, just haven't had the luck to get one of these things done again. What's it going to take here tonight to get that 21 back to victory lane?
I don't know, man. Honestly, since I came back, I felt like I've been in contention most races. It's just whether or not I survive at the end, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to do that in a lot of these. So we'll see about tonight. Hopefully, my luck changes a little bit, and we'll keep it clean.
Well, obviously a really good team you're racing on here tonight. You got Matthew Baker here underneath you in P1 right now, but talk to us a little bit about this unique event tonight. I mean, guys aren't used to doing 20-lap sprints, 3 different car track combinations, and, you're obviously trying to get the race win or top 3, get a cash spot, but you're also got to be thinking about that average finish here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I made a mistake, though, and I was losing track of time, and I actually missed the first race, so I'm just pretty much racing for wins for these last 2. But, I mean, I think the format's awesome. Obviously, I missed the first one, so I'm not really in contention for the championship, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Guys get to mix it up a little bit if your race gets ruined, and, the first one or the second one, at least you got another chance to come out here and try and win some money.
Well, hey, you don't have to worry about that average position. Just go get that dub here tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking to you victory lane after these next 10 laps.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thanks, Scaro. Thanks for everything you do.
Appreciate you. That was John Ellis. He has multiple wins here in the PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series. We are looking forward to seeing if he can get back to victory lane here in the series. Matthew Baker, though, another man with a plan, and that's to stay up front, stay out front, and get the job done right ahead of Garrett Maines. What a team that is here tonight, racing as the new Boat Nightmare team. They got quite the crew here tonight. The blue team looks good. Got Dega Pros, T3 Motorsports, Rogers Racing, Team PGR, Hennings, Westmoreland, Brambilla here tonight. Got the Jack Shack, Adam Kilday, Trevin Ashronoff, Joe Horta, Kenny Reel. This is going to be a frantic one here. 10 laps to go and we get the restart here. Oh, don't worry, they're miking up here tonight. Into the tri-oval, 2 yellows here in race number 2. We'll see if we get some green flag racing in Ellis. Baker hit the restart zone, green flag back in the air. They're going to sort it out a little bit farther on back. Garrett Maines, man, I'll tell you what, he might have not won that first race, but he didn't have to go to the rear of the field for winning it. So, second and third, fourth, fifth, those might be the better positions here, especially second and third because you're still cashing and winning, because if you win, like we said, you got to go to the back of the field. And only a race with 20 laps, it's going to be hard to come back from, and we've seen it here. Kyler winning 36th right now. He has made no ground up on this field. A little damage as well for him. We'll see if he can try to inch his way farther up to the front. Sean Hilkwitz doing that right now here in the 20th position. At 48 there on the bottom. He's going to try to make a move here. Brock Westmoreland Team PGR out here out of Greenville, Tennessee. Trying to pilot that number 4 train forward to victory lane right behind Asher Little right now. Adam Kilday of the Jack Shack. Good to see him out here out of Monterey, California. 85 Toyota. As 3 wide here down the backstretch we go. Matthew Baker leads it on the bottom. Malik Ray, though, here he comes. His Vegas Inferno racing machine clears Garrett Maines. These two have been battling all night long. Here comes Cody Neagles. 9 to go. It's going to be 8 to go when we hit the line. Man, one unique thing we know here at Talladega, that start-finish line. Usually, typically in the middle of the tri-oval, it's closer down into turn number 1. And, man, that really is a long way to the finish line. When we come off turn number 4, we've seen it in real life. We've seen it on the sim. So much can happen. Brock Westmoreland wiggles. We're 4 wide. It looks like they're going to wreck. There goes Dashbread. They're going to save it. What a save. Couple guys fanning out. Looks like we might get a yellow. Not sure. We stay green. Man, what a save by these guys. Nash Brambilla was completely sideways. Malik Ray now to P1 right in front of Matthew Baker. Man, these two just cannot get away from one another here in tonight's events. Malik Ray having some internet issues right now. Down the Alabama Gang Super Stretch we go. Here comes Daniel Eberhardt with teammate Cody Neagles here in the top lane, making it work right now. Just 2 guys pushing one another. Here comes the number 1 Joe Horto in that pink Jack Shack machine, and Daniel Falkingham. Astronaut now leads the bottom lane. He's in a good position right now. 3 wide, almost 4 wide in the middle. Asher Little looks to do it. We are 4, I believe, in the middle of the pack. And Falkingham said, hey, I can't go around you guys unless I go to the outside. The issue right now is the 48 of Stalnick. He is just not able to keep it steady. Oh, Ashronoff, he clears himself to the top, and he creates he's going to create a wreck right there. Caution has flown. And we'll have to see. Astronaut looked like could have been the reason why that yellow came out. We'll obviously go back and look. Might have got an assistance there from Malik Ray. We're going to watch it here in slow motion. Malik Ray here. Pushing the back bumper Astronaut, and that sends him up the racetrack. And, man, I'll tell you what, that possibly on Malik Ray. Astronaut Ellis Baker involved. Baker's actually, I believe, going to hit the inside wall. He does heavy damage to his Camaro, and that one might take him out of contention for the overall here tonight. A lot more cars could have been involved. They luckily were not. We're going to go back and watch this one again. And there, yeah, Malik's blinking in and out, in and out. Now he's pushing Trev here. And it's just, I mean, he's connected there, but He's disconnected there, and he just blinks out. And I think that netcode, with him blinking on and off here tonight, sends Trevin up the racetrack. And Cody Neagles, though, I'll tell you what, he's going to be the biggest benefactor from this crash, and that's going to put him, I believe, P1. Oh, that'll set him back, I believe, top 3 or top 4. Some of these guys were able to keep it straight, stay on the racetrack, but see damage there for the 1 of Ray and the 90 of Eberhardt, 21 of Ellis. We know Cody Neagles in the 6 is completely clean. And we're going to only restart this race with 3 laps to go, so it's going to be a shootout here for race number 2. Actually, it's looking like we possibly have a natural green-white checkered. The pace car lights stay on. Bring race control Evan Carlbon up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, what'd you see there? We were trying to decipher that one. It looks like Malik Ray. It looks like he's got a lot of technology issues going on here tonight and not really aiding other drivers around him.
Yeah, I don't know really. I'm still kind of looking at it right now. The thing is with what it looks like Trevor was saying on the radio that he got blasted from behind, but from the cockpit and just like looking at the far chase, it looks like he just turned up to a block or run. Malik blinked out. He's been having his connection issues all night. I really don't know what to make the call there. Like I originally called it on Trev, but I was just gonna double check it just to be safe. I still haven't given a penalty, but yeah, somebody asked me 1 to green in the chat, so I don't know if you wanna give me your 2 cents, but
yeah, that's a tough one up here. I mean, I don't envy your position. I've been in it a million times, and those are the ones that, hey, was it technology and did, the 89 kind of get turned off the nose of the 1 because of technology? It's just so hard to tell sometimes, man. These are the hard ones, and like we said, we don't envy your position at all. Looks like, though, we'll have a is this going to be NASCAR overtime, or are we going to have a natural green-white checker here?
I think it's 1 to green here, so I think it's gonna be a natural. I'm not entirely too sure, but I think I'm just gonna call it on Trev here. But since it's within 5 to go, he gets an EOL, so he kind of catches a little bit of a break. But yeah, if he's more than welcome to come dispute it after the race. But I think Malik didn't give him that hard of a shot to really cause him to go that way. So
yeah, heavy damage for the 1 too. So we'll see how that ends up. We'll let you go back to the tower. Get back here to call on the race. Thanks for joining up here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looked like to me in the tower, I didn't want to tell race control, kind of my exact opinion, because it's not for me to make. Just as a broadcaster watching it, it looked like the 1 is what turned the 89. So that, obviously a couple of us see things differently. I'm not sure he was blinking at that point in time, and just looks like the 1 ended up turning the 89 there. So not quite sure. We'll see. It looked like he was going to call that on Ashburn, so maybe something we didn't see on the replay that race control is seeing. But it is what it is now. We are going to have natural green-white checkered. Eberhardt on the bottom here. Malik Ray to his outside. Ellis Neagles and McCullough, Josh, your top 5. Matthew Baker, unfortunate for him, he is on pit lane. Astronaut goes to the end of the line here. And we are going green this time by in race number 2 of 3 tonight. as the pace car to pit lane for what could be the final time here in race number 2. Malik Ray will hit the gas here in the restart zone. Cody Neagle's behind him. We've seen these two plenty of times shuffle it up. We got some guys wrecking in the back on the restart, but I think we're going to stay green. Looks like just one up into the wall. Kyler Wynn, winner of race number 1 tonight. He is marred way back in the pack. Eberhardt looks to go to victory lane, but remember, one of these guys is going to have to go to the back of the pack for race number 3. They are somehow keeping it all together, but they are not now. It looks like we're going to have a caution. Kenny McCullough Jr. again. 2 races in a row. We have some carnage behind us, and Kenny McCullough Jr. having a rough night in the 03 McCullough Motorsports Chevrolet, and he's going to tow it to the garage here. We'll have a green-white checkered, though. I mean, look at the two getting all out of whack. That is Bazinez. And he comes right down, cuts off the nose of McCullough. And Hennings looks to try to avoid McCullough. He really can't. And, man, Kenny having some bad luck tonight. Hard hit right there. Here comes Stallnick. He's going to get a piece of it, as is the 11. Man, the 545, 595, Sean Parrish, man, he right into McCullough's side. I mean, unbelievable carnage going on here. They're still wrecking here after the initial hits, and Danny Barnes hit first to the inside wall. And Justin John, that 595, we'll have to watch that again. That was Sean Parrish. Just perished a lot of these drivers on the racetrack. Watch this. And we had some camera difficulties here, unfortunately. Let's head on back here, and we're going to have to get him to get on those brakes, because smashes into McCullough and Hennings, and well, that one wasn't his fault. 38 came back up the racetrack, but nonetheless, a big wreck here. And we'll go back up front. Eberhardt, Maines, Neagles, Ellis, and Ray, your top 5. Ray, with that damage, he's just trying to hang on at this point. That's going to be tough for him to do. They're all lined up here, so I'm not sure. Pace car lights are on. So it looks like like I said, we'll head to NASCAR overtime. We'll come back around and go back around one more time after that. And we'll hopefully be on our way to race number 3 here tonight. So long night. Appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight. I know one race to go. Going to be late here on the East Coast. We will be getting definitely past midnight here tonight and into Friday, the 17th of October. If you're East Coast, Midwest, definitely fall has starting to arrive and leaves changing color. So cool time out here. With pace car lights out, we're going to go green next time by. Well, the big names back up front here. A stacked top 10 right now with Eberhardt, Maines, Niegels, Ellis, Giambroni, Ray Merck, Eckert, Josh McCullough, Dylan Jones. I mean, everywhere you look, up and down, I mean, it's just a stacked field here tonight of super speedway racers, and we are going to get a green-white checkered here to finish race number 2. A little bit under the weather here tonight, but I'm going to try to get enough energy here to bring you all the way to the checkered flag of race number 3 tonight. That time of season 2 for colds and sinus issues, and apologies tonight for that, but getting through it here. We're going to come off turn number 4, and we are going green this time by. And here we go, race number 2 coming to a conclusion here in the next couple laps. Who's going to go to victory lane? Who's going to get the top 3 catch spots? And who's going to keep their hopes alive for their average finish? Top 3 here tonight amongst all 3 races. Green flag in the air. Eberhardt is going to lead us to that to that start-finish line. He's going to clear up in front of Maines. Going to come back down in front of Ellis. Here goes the Eagles pushing Maines in the middle lane. Giambroni in the 49. He's given himself a really good look here at getting the victory lane in this race. Ethan Eckert's going to throw a block there on Jeff Merck. Was a little bit late. Checks up that middle lane just a bit. We stay 2 wide. No 3 wide just yet. Asher Little's joined the party here in the top 10. As Merck goes 3 wide, no takers with him right now. He's hung out to dry. He's going to parachute back unless he gets some help. Falkingham thinking about it. And Falkingham's going out. Here goes Giambroni. 3 wide into the tri-oval. Giambroni now set up for success here on the last lap. White flag out. Garrett Maines leads that lap, but Josh Giambroni making a charge, side drafting off the side of Cody Niegels there. Merck backs off just a little bit to get his temps. Can they get a run down the backstretch? Cody Niegels gets turned. Giambroni is in it. Garrett Maines, Falkingham, I believe, have a breakaway. Or nope, sorry, that's Eberhardt. But a ton of other cars are coming. Jackson buys Ellis. The 34, Dylan Jones has a shot. Malik Gray back into the picture. Niegels, I believe, out of this one. Garrett Maines out the turn number 4. There goes Jackson buys. And Garrett's going to have to hold off the charge for 2 drivers trying to block both lanes. He blocks Eberhardt. He blocks buys. Garrett Maines to victory lane here in race number 2. And what a crazy last lap this was. But the Wigan Water Technology number 1 Garrett Maines gets to victory lane here in tonight's race number 2 of 3. You have a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, man, what a race here in the Xfinity Series car. You get to the last lap. Looked like you were going to have that outside lane was coming with Josh Giambroni, and then all hell broke loose behind you. You get a little bit breakaway there with Daniel Eberhardt. And then Jackson Byes comes into the picture. Now you're holding off and defending 2 positions. Talk us through coming to that checkered flag and that front stretch there too here at Talladega. Man, that's oh so long to get to that checkered flag.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the way that all panned out. It wasn't my intention to cause the stack up there coming up off of 2. I didn't realize that whoever was behind Cody was like on his bumper already. It's just like kind of a bad timing to move up. I felt bad for Cody. He'd done a lot to keep me up there all night, so really hate it for him. But shout out to Daniel keeping me up front there at the end. I mean, we had such a good thing going. That was not exactly how I wanted it to pan out. Obviously I won the race, but I felt like a lot of good cars got taken out. They're helping me all night long. So it's bittersweet for sure.
Hey, well, guess what? I mean, 2 really good finishes here to start the, not start because now we only have 1 race left, but 2 really good finishes, and shot tonight at that top overall spot for the average finish, and that's something now you're just really just gonna go try to get that other race win and let the chips where they fall.
Yeah, I mean, there's the EOL, but it looks like there's a 5-point bonus to win, and we were just 1 spot short in the last one. We were where we needed to be to win this one. I've had damage the entire race, and it was making it hard to push me, so I couldn't really take a square hit, couldn't really get the boost I needed, and I was afraid to be on the bottom. I think we're in a good spot going into this next one. It's basically just keep your head down, pick up a few spots, and just stay clean. I don't think there's a whole lot of people other than maybe Malik that are in the conversation, but man, it's just it's going to be interesting. We got one more night or one more race, and hopefully I'll be talking to you before the end of the night.
Yeah, a P2 and a P1. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Definitely in the driver's seat here, Garrett. But it's going to be a wild card. We're going to spin that wheel and see what Baker comes up with. And, hey, yeah, you're right. Maybe we'll be talking to you here again shortly. Good luck the rest of the night.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I got to give a huge thank you to Wing and Water Technologies for all their support, and Scott at MCU Body and Linux for theirs as well. And, hopefully we'll bring it all home for them.
There you heard it from race winner of race number 2. That's Garrett Maines, and what a drive it was. Nearly won the first race as well. Had a great shot at it, and Garrett Maines came to play tonight, and he is 1 race away from a P2, a P1, and possibly the overall title here tonight. And we're going to get going here on the wheel spin. It looks like Matthew Baker is going to join us. We're going to bring this over into your screen here, and now you see the wheel that we are going to spin. And this
go for the track first. Track first, it's gonna the first spin isn't gonna select it, it's gonna eliminate until we get 1 left. So here we go.
All right, we're gonna eliminate track 1 by 1. We got 5 tracks on the board, and good, we're taking off Talladega, so we're gonna
Oh my gosh.
That's what we want to see. We want chaos here tonight. Now let's take out Daytona. We're gonna cheer to take out Daytona here, and then it's really on here in the wheel spin. And it's going to take out Atlanta. I'm okay with that. A lot of cards here tonight. Could have been a really crazy, wild race here. Now we cheer to take out regular Daytona, but it's going to be Daytona 08. And here it is. Here it is. Will it be the first ever PGR eSports race at iRacing Superspeedway? Please tell me it's going to be, because if it is, it's going to be a crazy race, and it's going to be at iRacing Super Speedway. This is the true wild card, and now we get to decide the car, and this is going to be something I have longed to see here in PGR. And we're going to eliminate car by car. Wow. Everyone better start joining this broadcast here. And we're going to take out the Gen 6 to start here. So Gen 6 is out. Legacy Gen 4, Legacy Nationwide, Legacy Cup, Next Gen, ARCA. 87 still on here, and 87's race at ARCA at iRacing Superspeedway would be, yeah. We might get the caution button out for that, but we're going to take the 87s off. And we are going to now take the ARCA car off. And I hope I don't have to buy a car here tonight to get this race broadcasted. I had to, I believe that was last week. Legacy Nationwide is out. We are down to the Legacy Gen 4 and the Legacy Cup. We're going to hope everyone has this car that's racing tonight.
Legacy Gen 4.
And Legacy Gen 4 it is. Baker's going to make the session real quick. We're going to take a quick break here on the network, but when we come back, it'll be Legacy Gen 4 at iRacing Superspeedway. I'm speechless talking about it because this is going to be a crazy race. Garrett Maines there celebrating his victory in race number 2. A P2, a P1, and the Wigan Water Technology driver has a shot at it here, but now he's going to have to fight from the rear of the field at a wild track. So bear with us here. The session will be up shortly. We'll get everyone loaded in, and we'll go to race number 3 here live on the PGR eSports Network.